I'm Peterson.
And I'm Derrick Huey.
We made a game called Disasterland. It's a sandbox game where buildings will grow around you and you play the role of a deity or godlike creature trying to destroy these buildings and gain followers. So the main purpose behind the followers is you get more power the more believers you have. So you have this number that is your total population, and then you have this percentage of believers, and then the more believers you have, the more powerful your disasters can be. So in the beginning you'll start off with just the bomb, which can only wipe out one, maybe two buildings, and then you have the comet, which can destroy like city blocks, and the twister will just come in and just destroy everything because it'll just roam around the environment. I was inspired more by SimCity and Minecraft because when I played SimCity I would always just like to wait for the disasters to come in and just wreak havoc. I don't know why, just as a kid it was always really fun to me. So I wanted the player to be able to be put in the position of that. I guess a little bit by the Rampage arcade games as well, where you play one of the creatures just going around like punching buildings. We used the Kinect for this game just because we thought it'd be interesting to actually be able to throw comets down or to pray, to revive people. We thought it would be an interesting mechanic, better than just on a controller where you just press a button and do something.
A lot of the difficulties we had was just getting the gestures that we wanted to learn. Early in the gesture recognition part, I was having trouble with accidental activations, or if not, just not recognizing at all. So it was mostly the gestures. The gestures for the movement, we basically had a hand out to move upwards, hand closer, and just side to side. So we wanted this so the player could feel like they're moving around in the virtual space. They have control over where they're going. It's a virtual cursor, sort of. For the disasters, we needed something to lock the movement, so we just did a foot forward, and that was simple and didn't involve hands. So for the gesture for the comet, we had basically the player would basically call it down with the hand, just bring down the fury of the heavens, and bring this massive comet to destroy stuff. So for the twister, we wanted to have like the player feel like they're starting it themselves, so it's the hands above the head, and they're spinning and causing this vortex to begin. And then for bomb, I guess something simple, so it's basically just a swipe across, and you're basically like wiping that building out. For the resurrection, you're basically praying, I guess, with your hands together.
If I had more time to work on the game, I'd like to add, first of all, more disasters, more ways to destroy a city, such as like earthquakes or floods. And I'd also really like to add terrain deformation upon like when a comet hits the ground. I'd like it to create a crater. Other than that, I think just polishing the gestures even more.